Hello, how are you? You know how I have a slight obsession with perfumes. Today we will be exploring that again, okay? So last time, if you didn't know, I made a perfume based on a few specific perfumes that had like similar notes. And in that video, I actually give you some tips on how to recreate said perfume without having to buy that because, well, in the video, or even in the cover, you might know why. And in that video I said like, oh, I didn't actually try this, but people have said that, right? Well, guess what? I tried it and I can confirm that it smells nice and it smells like the idea people say it gives, okay? Like I have issues, okay? I've tried it. Recommend it. I don't know if you even can get these, okay? I can get these because Brazil and this country that I live in, very close. I mean, not politically. I don't think any South American country is very close politically. But like I love perfumes, right? Like this one as well. Very nice cream. Very nice fragrance. But today we will be exploring a different one, okay? So a while back I went to the pharmacy and I found a little guy. I found a little guy, okay? Look at this. Do you see this? Do you see this nice little box? Look at this. This has like a little chocolate engraved thingy. Okay, we will be exploring this little perfume right here. And oh, does it smell good, okay? Look, this thing right here, first of all, God, it's in there. Don't take that out of context, but look at this. It's so nice. And this magnetic. Oh my God. Guys, just hold up. This is so good, okay? We will be making a character based on this perfume right here. And we're doing this traditionally at first because last time I showed you that I made like silhouettes and whatnot traditionally and then just showed you the images, but I actually want to do that. As you can see, I have everything prepared here. So we will be doing a little perfume, okay, in my little sketchbook. Also, look at this. My mom's friend got me some Hello Kitty stickers. I love it. Everyone, when they see Hello Kitty, well, everyone that knows me, which is one person, when they see Hello Kitty, they just think of me and they get me things, and this is so nice. I am in love. So, as you can see, I drew a bad version of the perfume right here and its notes because we will be using that. Okay, I like using the notes as inspiration, not just the actual packaging. And I don't really have much of an idea for this, if I have to be honest. All that I know is that it's going to be very brown. I have my coffee here, which honestly, I feel like this coffee right there tastes like poopy. But let's get into it. I'll just use this little acrylic marker. Also, I bought new acrylic markers. I thought of doing a video, maybe I will still, on me using these, like showing you me trying them out, right? I don't know if I'll publish that or not. We'll see. The video is there, right? But we'll see, okay? We'll see. I have an idea as I was exploring. I don't have much of an idea for the head specifically, but for the body, I mean, first of all, we need to go like round. This is not round, guys. I don't know my shapes. Rectangular is what I'm trying to say. And I was thinking of like a little skirt that's like an ice cream cone. Okay, this is not original at all, but a little ice cream cone. And it's filled with ice cream. At first my idea was like, oh, maybe I will make the hair the ice cream, right? Because my thought for all of these basically is usually making the hair a sort of liquid that represents the perfume. But for this one I am unsure, so Like, imagine ice cream flying off. Last time I turned the strawberry shortcake one into a PNG tuber, and I'm thinking maybe I can do that again. Also, I really like how there's this cap here. Maybe I can give this character a hat. I thought of like using the biscuits. Also, I could tell you the actual smell, right? This perfume smells exactly like vanilla ice cream and cookies. It's impressive. I actually get hungry while putting this on because it smells so good. It just, ooh, the smell. This is my new favorite thing. I'm actually, like, this is 100 milliliters of perfume, which is a lot in the perfume world, honestly, if I have to say so. And this is a Arab perfume, if I'm not mistaken, so like the smell is very strong. One thing that I can say about Arab perfumes is that they love themselves a good oily perfume, so it's just really fragrantic. You have to like use it very minimally, or it's going to be too much and give you a headache. Which means that not just does this have a lot of perfume in it, but it will last forever. Man, best investment ever. And honest, I'm sad just thinking of it ending at some point, which everything comes to an end, right? At some point I'll use everything up and then I'll have nothing in this little thing here. But I can't. The idea of that is so sad, okay? I don't know. I could make them bald. Honestly, the option is always there to go bald. Now, what I remember of these, it's that it's ice cream, cookies, coffee, vanilla, some type of nut. I think that this was like a sort of caramel or like brown sugar and amber. What I can smell the most is ice cream and cookies, like those are the notes that you smell a lot. I can smell the vanilla and the coffee one, and I can smell the amber too. Those two, not really. Maybe the sugar one, maybe. How do I incorporate these into the design though? I was thinking of like putting the little, like, you know, vanilla beans together with the cookies like on top here. It's an idea, like the ice cream here. I thought of maybe making the hair ambery, but I don't know. Do I even want that? I thought of going short hair for this. You know how there are these ice cream cones that have the swirly hair like soft ice cream? I thought maybe going like that. There are also some other options that I've been exploring, sort of. I don't know. Maybe I'll just go for something. Because I'm trying to resemble this packaging, but how does one? How does one even? Because I like the idea of making all of these fit together with like liquidy hair. Let's just explore. Honestly, that's a really cute silhouette. Oh my god, this silhouette is so, you know those dresses that are like the little top part and then just poofy? It would be perfect, honestly. Or would it not? Is it too much? I don't know. We can see. Now, I like making the silhouettes with just acrylic markers. I could also use alcohol markers. I just want like to put shapes down more than anything. I could also incorporate sort of the design of the box and like put chocolate there on the side. No, there. Let me use. Y'all know, I've reviewed these. These are basically the same, I think. I have no idea. But I think so. Of like putting the choki on the side here. I could use that and pretend that is chocolate, okay? Just pretend. Maybe I could even drizzle it down. It has a very chocolatey smell to it, honestly. But it just smells like pure ice cream and cookies. Maybe chocolate cookies is what I smell. Probably it's what I smell. But who knows? So, then imagine like ice cream in there. Okay, this. I like how it sort of swooshes to one side. I don't know why. Maybe it's a bit too much on one side, or maybe not. I could try also the swirly hairs. You know how there's like soft ice cream? That's sort of like does this. This is me drawing everything without a reference, okay? Just from my head. And I'm not one to, unfortunately, I'm not one to just eat a lot of soft ice cream. Even though I could, it's always summer here, so I could always get... I mean, even when it's winter and it's like chilly, I like ice cream. Honestly, I just like ice cream every time of the year, at all moments. But who knows? Maybe it's too much, maybe it's not. Let's experiment some more with the head, right? Now, I really like the idea of the little hat with the cookie. Maybe I could add 2 cookies and then like that. We could even add like the flower there, just to add like something, some sort of elegance. I mean, I guess, right? And for the hair, how, if I invert that, how would that even look inverted? That doesn't make any sense, inverted, does it? Should we go for this? I really like this. But do I like this or do I like that more? I guess I should just like draw the whole thing. I really like the shape. Do I like the shape more with a skinnier cone? Like more ice cream? I like myself a really nice, big, chunky, delicious ice cream. I like this one. I like big and poofy. Oh yeah, I remember. I was going to try... Okay, so... You know, I have an obsession with perfumes and I need to stop, first of all. Lately I've been getting really into looking at least at Bath and Body Works stuff, because I don't know if you've noticed, but they sell a lot of like food inspired perfumes, and I love myself gourmand perfumes, which are food smelling inspired. They are so good, guys. I have issues and I need to stop, right? Because I don't have the money to be spending on that. I'll end up, I mean, broke. I already am technically. I'm poor. Markiplier style, you know how he always says like he grew up poor. Yeah, I'm in that stage. I wish I was in the stage he is now, where, you know, he's the #1 movie. He is the #1 movie in America. Not that he is the director of, no, he is the #1 movie in America. And that's cool for him, I'm glad. I wish I could see it, but I suffer in South American. And even when it comes to South America, I know that it won't come to my country, so I suffer in small South American country, of all things. I really like the shape in this one. I think I like it. So I need to incorporate the rest. I don't remember what these nuts are, but at some point I'll find out. It could be pistachio? Is that the name of the green dots? I don't know. I know the coffee. Where do I put coffee? If I put it coming out from the dress, it will look like she is shitting herself. We don't want that. So, Also, I think that sugar could be incorporated with just like little sparkles. We could even like give the character freckles. Just imagine, okay? I have these. I could have just written freckles. Right? So that I don't forget. That's an idea of like sprinkly stuff. I guess that's cute too. The amber is the one that I don't know, because if that's going to become ice cream as well. First of all, I think that I like the idea of making like ice cream here and here, because then it's like two opposite ends and it sort of brings itself together. I like that idea. I don't know the shoes. I really don't know the shoes. We could give Coney shoes. Could we not? Like, tell me that this isn't cute. This is also what I did for Bimb Angel, and honestly, best decision ever. Like, there's also a flower there, right? I cannot forget that. So like, imagine the vanilla flower is up there. Okay. And imagine ice cream down here. And the chocolate. Is this the one that I used? I don't even know anymore. No. So like choking. I mean, this isn't going to be brown as well. This is going to be the cone color. Something to keep in mind. You know, it's a very simple design, but it's also very effective in my head. So we'll work something out now. You all know the gist by now, right? I start off with a silhouette, as I always do, to try to get the pose right. And I don't know, just get the feeling for it, or something along those lines, just make it more lively. Like I did with my last video as well. So then I block out the colors, and can I just say, the base looks so cute. I don't know why, but just the shape language comes across so well, and it's just so nice. Lately I've been really into digital painting for some reason. In my last video I did the same thing, like instead of following the usual, you know, sketch, then line art, and base colors, and then like rendering, I just do stuff and paint. Also, you know what this whole silhouette kind of reminded me of? The alpaca character that I made back in 2018 called Alpacia. You know, the one that I showed in my folder series? Yeah, that one. Maybe I should redesign her at some point? Alpacia, I mean, and I don't know, do something with her. Just see what I can come up with nowadays. But going back to this drawing. So, as I kept staring at the soft ice cream hair in my sketchbook and it stared back at me, I started thinking of how I could make that hair make some more sense, so that I didn't just draw ice cream on her head, right? The reason I was trying to avoid doing that is because there is already ice cream coming out from her skirt. Like with my last perfume design, I made the strawberry shortcake hair, right? So then the hair isn't really hair, it's cake. But in this case, there is already ice cream coming out from the skirt, which is not something that is happening with the shortcake hair character. She just has cake hair and nowhere else, right? So in this case, I try not to, you know, overdoing things. So I just left the ice cream coming out from her skirt, and that's it. That sounds kind of wrong. So, then I came to the conclusion, right? Soft ice cream looks a bit ruffly, and ruffles can be fabric. So she wears a little ruffly hairpiece. And it's just so big and poofy and cute. I just love that. I needed to add it, okay? I needed to. And now the hat, like the big hat that I had at the beginning, is just like a little hat coming on my. It's just so cute. It's just a little hat placed on her hair head. Ooh. Guys, I'm not okay. I gave her straight little bangs coming out from the hat hair piece thing too, to represent the cookies. I don't know why, but I like to imagine that underneath the ruffles she has like very big fluffy hair in that cookie color. Also, I love her cone boots with the leg warmers. I love leg warmers, okay? I love seeing people make outfits with them. Those outfits with leg warmers follow me around everywhere. And I actually bought myself a pair of leg warmers too, that I've been dreaming of the day that I can wear them. But the eternal heat here doesn't let me wear them. So all I can think of and dream about are outfits that I can make with them, in the hopes that someday I'll be able to wear them. At least I did not pay a lot for those since I thrifted them. And you know, if I never wear them, it's fine. But you know, it's never really cold here. So, where was I? Oh yeah, you see how I drew like weird little lines in the eyes? Also, the eyes and her entire face are so cute. They are just, I really turned up the notch in cuteness with this one. But the eyes are like sort of weird and have like lines in them because I decided to give her coffee bean eyes, right? As I was staring at the coffee bean notes without knowing what to do with them exactly, I just thought, there are like bean-shaped eyes, right? Like very big and round, but like there's also almond-shaped eyes, which I think almonds are a nut. If not, then I don't know what my life will be if they aren't. It will be a lie. So I was like, coffees can be like big round brown eyes as well, right? So I gave her that. Then I add like the little line that there's usually in the coffee bean, which I don't know why coffee beans have that. Maybe that's just the way beans are. Maybe. And they're just very big and round and just, oh, they are so nice. I also decided to add like 3 more beans on her dress together with the sugar? What? The sugar that I'll add later on, like sprinkled all around. I add white sugar, which is the wrong one to add because it's brown sugar, the note, even though like I honestly I don't smell brown sugar, I just smell like sweetness coming from this perfume. So I guess that's fine. But you know, it adds a nice contrast. Also here in the back you can see me try out like, oh, what if I add the vanilla color sleeve or instead of like a brown, and I decided against that because no. Too much. This way it's more discreet, more clean, and just very nice. More cohesive as well. Where was I now? Sprinkled sugar, yes. Also, with the dress, right, you can see something here. I decided to give her sleeves. I asked my mom whether she preferred the silhouette with sleeves or without them, and she said with, so that's what we got. I decided to give her sleeves as well because the chocolate part was a bit lost in there, and this way it had a bigger, like, importance in this design, which I feel like is right in this case. And later on I also had ruffles coming out from the inside of the sleeves, which is something that you will see way later. It's like one of the last things that I've added, even though I had the idea in my mind since the beginning, right? But I just didn't since the beginning after I stopped recording the traditional part, I mean, right? Not that I saw it when I started. You get it. So, this character required lots and lots of painting since it never seemed detailed enough. Until I finally realized that the design in itself is simple. So why was I trying to force it to be something that it isn't? So I stopped doing that, right? And then everything just came along really nicely and everything went well in my case. But what I do add as well later on just still like little details, is some golden details inspired by the perfume's box, because it just looks nice and I feel like it captures more of that essence that the actual perfume has, so that it isn't just a character that looks like a little ice cream or something along those lines. Now, there is a thing though. This perfume is called tiramisu, right? Like the Italian tiramisu. It does not smell like a tiramisu. Not that I would know what it smells like, I've never had one, but what I have had and I've actually made before is a Brazilian pavê, which is pretty much the same thing, okay? There is almost no difference between those, so I feel like I would be able to tell what a tiramisu smells like. And no, it doesn't smell like that. It smells like ice cream and chocolate cookies with some sugar and vanilla in there, like with the notes. The amber note also, I'm just going back, like, I'm doing the thing that I'm not supposed to do. I have a script beside me so that I don't wander and just get lost. And I'm doing that. I'm wandering and getting lost. But the amber note in perfumes, it's very rare for a perfume to actually have the smell of amber in itself, which is why you will usually find it as a lower note, like, what is it, top note? A base note? Is that it? It's like on the bottom level. It's more so there so that the notes on top of it, like, evolve better. I feel like the only perfumes where you could be able to smell the amber are unisex perfumes and masculine perfumes. Even though a lot of times those are just very, like, forced stuff and not in a good way. Going back to my script so that I don't get lost this time. Where was I? Oh yeah, I rendered the cone dress and boots so nicely. It just has such a nice little wafer detail and like feeling and texture, especially when I add like more sprinkly textures later on, so that it really gets that like textured look as if it was something real and textured. And it just is so nice after I start rendering it and like making it look like actual stuff. It makes me want to just like straight up bite her. I want to bite her dress. I get so aggressive. The chocolate part also gave me some doubts. Was it too much? Too little? Did it look good? Should I have done it differently? I didn't really know, but in the end I do like it, so I guess it turned out right. It's just that at the beginning it was very painterly, and after I just started like cleaning it up a bit and like rendering it and those stuffs, then it started looking better, but until a certain point it just looked suspicious. I also reflect the dress parts onto the ruffly part and the ruffly part onto the chocolate part, just so that it has some more depth. Since in this drawing specifically it isn't set in a specific environment, so I could just bend the light to however I saw it fit best. Sometimes I have a lot of issues with that. I'm not exactly good at making characters standing there without a background. I always have to imagine what room they are in, or actually draw their environment. So this time, I pushed myself out of my comfort zone, I guess. Should I do that more often? I don't know, maybe. I wish I could do those cool character sheets with all these little decorations and whatnot that artists add in the background, and just like all these crazy things. But I always either run out of time or ideas of what to add. She's coming together and she looks adorable. Let's just like agree on that. I also used more so of a warm color palette for this, so I don't do that. Like this drawing barely has purple. That's new for me. I'm not one to do that. I don't know why I'm laughing. What is wrong with me? Guys, my entire brain just decided to fry. I'm actually sweating with how hot it is. It's the morning. This doesn't make any sense. Anyways, she looks so sweet. She is actually like, she looks like a little dolly. I want to grab her. and bite her. As I drew her, I started thinking of her and the Strawberry Shortcake character together in a story because they're sort of like in the similar vibe and whatnot, like sort of the same like theme, I guess. Perfumes that smell like food, you know, gourmand perfumes. So I thought of like story stuff because I can never stop, and I just came up with a story of cannibalism because I'm normal, I guess. But you know, I can't not think of stories, okay? I won't be making that, of course. I have too many ongoing stories already that I have to actually either make to an end or start and finish before tackling another one. And I won't be done with most of those for a long time to come. So, you know, I won't. But that's fine. I have too deep of an emotional connection to them to let them go now. At some point I will have to, of course. I will be done with them. I don't know about the Zillium story, honestly, but who knows, someday, right? But if you buy these characters and want to make a story of cannibalism with them, or not as well, that's fine. I will have these up on my VGen. I mean, this one specifically. The Strawberry Shortcake one as well. I always post these there. If someone wants to buy them or not, that's fine. They are available. I don't have a use for them. But I would also love to see that. Like, whatever anyone makes with them. I love them. They're my children, basically. Love of my life. I do add textures to her and the background to add the illusion of detail very easily without losing my mind, as I always do, right? I feel like I have to say more often what is it that I'm doing in each video because, you know, not everyone watches every single video, and even if I mention in one video what is it that I always do, it's not, you know, it doesn't mean that everyone will watch that. Either way, maybe I'll also turn her into a PNG tuber. Who knows? I could, obviously. It's not a difficult thing to do. But I love how she came out, okay? She looks like a little doll. She's so cute. She makes me happy. I love her. She's very simple looking, right? But I feel like the perfume bottle's design in itself and the notes as well are very simple. So the design being simple works in this case. It being simple isn't a bad thing. But I hope you have a nice day and night, and I hope to see you next time. And I will go hide in embarrassment now because I exist. So, bye!